I didn't know if I was gonna record this video or not. I still don't even know what I'm gonna say. I don't even know if I'm actually gonna post it either. But no, I do want to record something because today fucking sucked. We took Owen to the vet today for the last time. And it hurt, man. It really hurt. We went to Mantic. We knew what was happening, which made it honestly so much worse. I knew from Monday they booked his appointment for 3:30 today. And so it was just a constant game of staring at the clock and like counting it down. And I know I didn't want to spend my time doing that, but I did, obviously, because like I knew it was coming. Every time I looked at the clock, it was just like how much time does he have left, you know? And it sucked a lot. But we got in last night. We went out to Mantic to spend time with him, and I ended up sleeping on the couch with him. He was curled up kind of on the end, and I couldn't go to bed. I didn't want him to be alone for his last night, if that makes sense. So I ended up sleeping with him just kind of on the couch there, and he left at some point in the middle of the night, but he came back this morning right before my alarm went off. I like to think that it was so that he thought I stayed there, so that he did it so that he thought that I would think he was there all night, because he literally jumped I'm back up on the couch right before my alarm went off this morning. But so that's my video that started this off. If I post this where I'm like scratching him, that's me waking up. When I woke up this morning, he was laying there. And yeah, I mean, for the most part, like, he ended up sitting on that spot of the couch for most of the day. I did feed him breakfast, and I really botched that. They have these pretty decent sized cans of food, and I didn't know like if they scooped it or not. And so I just kind of like dumped this giant puck of wet food in a bowl for him. And then my granddad usually was cooking him chicken for the last probably couple months, and he would cut it up. There was like these chunks of chicken. He cut up the chunks of chicken. I know that, so I just give him these giant chunks of chicken, this huge thing of food, and way too much. It's not supposed to do that, but I know he was chirping at me, wanted some breakfast, so I fed him. And then he kind of made his way back to the couch, and pretty much for most of the day, like at least from 10 to like 3:30, I didn't really leave the couch either. I was just kind of there, hanging out with him, spending as much time as I possibly could, because it sucks. I'm not feeling too hot today. I'm very, very sad about this. He was a good cat. We got him when I was 8, and I say we because my grandparents had a cat who passed, and then they wanted another one. And so they found one they really liked. We went to the Humane Society, and I saw Owen, and I was like, yo, that's the cat. And I thought he was awesome. And they didn't get him. They wanted to go look somewhere else. And at this other place, they found a cat. And I found a cat she really liked, and they adopted her. That was their cat, Katie. But I was devastated. I was 8. Devastated. We didn't get Owen. And so to make me feel better, my family went and adopted a second cat. They wanted one female cat, and they got 2, and one of them was a male. But one of them was Owen. And so like everyone called Owen my cat just because of that. Like when I moved away, he stayed here. He stayed in Ottawa. But everyone always called him my cat. And I kind of took that on as a kid. I thought that was cool as a kid to say I had a cat, so I did. But yeah, so he's been around. I did the math today. He's been part of the reason it hurts so bad. One, he was like my first real pet for the most part. Really, my first pet. And secondly, like he's been around for 2/3 of my life. Like I will never have a pet ever again that is there for that volume of my life, like that will take up 2/3 of my life. Like that's never gonna happen again. Because as I get older, obviously a pet's not gonna like hit that same time of my life that they'll have been there around for. And so like that'd be adopting a cat now that lives till I'm older than 60, right? So does that make sense? No. Does it? I don't know if my math checks out there, but either way, I won't have a cat for 2/3 of my life ever again. And so it really sucked. It really, really sucked. And I definitely cried a lot today. I did. I was a mess today. I still am. Keeping it together for this video a little bit. But no, it just really sucked. It really sucks. I don't know why I wanted to record this video. I don't know. I wanted to do a vlog for his last day. I want to take a video just to have, and I didn't want it to be like, I don't know. I battle back and forth because I wanted the video, because I want the memories. I want to have him. I want just his last day. So I was like, I should just let him chill. It doesn't need to be a video. It doesn't need to be content. So I took that video this morning. I took another video, and that was really it. I mean, granted, he didn't move all day for the most part. He just kind of sat on the couch there, and so did I. And I just pet him for literally like 5.5 hours plus some more time in the morning. And then, yeah, I mean, just took him. I don't even want to talk. I keep replaying in my head. I'm really struggling with this. Because he was more than a cat to me. It was a lot. It was important part of my life, this cat. And yeah, I don't know why I don't know what I'm trying. I don't know what I feel like I'm just gonna keep reading myself here, but yeah, no, I wanted to have a vlog of some kind, but then I didn't. But I want a video. I owe it to him to do something. He was just such a good cat. The best first cat, best first pet could have asked for. But I'm definitely hurting right now. Not feeling too great. And again, I don't know if I'm gonna post this. I don't know, and if I do post it, it won't be for sympathy or anything like that. That's not the intention of this. I more so want it as a constant reminder to myself, not a constant, but a reminder to myself of just how important this cat was, to me. And again, I feel like this feels so dramatic. He was a cat, but it just meant a lot to me. It has a piece of my heart, that little dude. And yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to do something on here for him. And again, I don't really do these for anyone else. So this isn't for sympathy. This isn't for anything. This is just for me to kind of see. I think it'll be interesting to look at how I process through this, how I'm processing it in a couple of years too. Not cool to see, but I just want to remember where I'm at right now. I want this to be just a record of my life, and Owen was a part of my life, and today is a very hard part of my life. I haven't had to deal with a lot of loss in my life. Candidly, I just haven't. And so this is hard for me. And with this being a record of documentation, however you want to call it, of my life, I think it's important to also have the tough moments in there, because that's a part of my life. That's a whole picture. And if my family down the line is watching this, I don't want it to just be the good parts. And if I'm watching it, I don't want it to be the good parts. I want it to be the hard parts. And this is definitely hard. And I think this video is helping. I felt really sad when I picked the camera up, and I'm probably going to be sad again. I'm probably going to cry tomorrow. Just being honest. Because it comes in waves. I'll feel like I'm okay, and then I will just not be okay. I got home today and I just played video games. It was kind of a distraction, and then it was shortly after I stopped playing, I was just a mess again. It just hurts. It hurts real bad. And I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think I'm just talking through it at this point. But I'm gonna miss him for sure. Definitely. He was just a good cat. I'm getting a little tear right here again. I'm gonna miss him for sure. But we gave him a good life. That's also for sure. And I'm glad he got to live with my grandparents, because there was two people that there's nobody on that planet that was going to care more for that cat than those two. My Nana, just with all the love and attention that she gives him, and my granddad, cooking him chicken breasts every couple days, just so he had, because my grandson likes the chicken breasts. Or I have a picture of when he started getting older. He used to love going outside, and he couldn't really go out on his own anymore, and it got cold, and so my granddad started carrying him outside, taking him just out onto the front deck, hold him out there so you could look around, smell the smells. You know, I got to take him out. I mean, we were taking him to the car, but got to stand out there for a minute today. Let him be outside for the last time. But no, even like one thing I wish I just did absolutely space today. It just kind of, I was just so committed to not leaving that couch and spending every possible second with that cat I could. But I wanted to get him a Harvey's burger because my granddad and my nan and granddad figured out he really likes Harvey's burgers. And so when we would go to Harvey's, my granddad would literally buy him an extra burger, an extra burger for Owen. And they would like part it out over a few days. But yeah, so I'm glad that he got to live with them, that they just cared for him better, like I said, better than anybody on this planet could have or would have. So I'm happy for that. I think he had a really good life. I genuinely believe that. I think it's just hard. Of course it's hard. No one said, I never thought this was going to be easy. Man, I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be this hard. I knew it was going to be hard, but not this hard. But yeah, I don't know. I just love that little cat, and I always will. And yeah, it was hard. You know, I went into the vet with them. It was me, my nan, and my granddad. We went in together, and yeah, it's just like, and the memories are like burned in my brain right now, and I keep reliving it. And it's not like, I mean, it's obviously traumatic to an extent, but it's not like anything crazy. But it just sucks, you know. I also have there's a couple just memories from the day, just keep replaying in my head, and they're not always happy memories, that's for sure. But I also have like another one burned in my head. It was like when I was just kind of sitting there, I was kind of cuddling the cat right before we left. I could just feel him. It was like breathing, and I don't know. I feel like this is getting weird, but I could like feel I can still kind of feel like what, like the fur, that sensation of him kind of breathing into my cheek. And again, I think this is getting weird, and I'm a little bit in my feelings for sure. I'm in my feelings for sure. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but yeah, I just wanted something on here to remember him for sure, to get him up in these videos, not just to get him up in the vlog, like whatever. But again, I want this to not be, this is just a record of my life, like I said, and this is an important part, and Owen was an important part. 2/3 of my life, that guy's been around, and made an impact. You know, with my first cat, my first pet, really, and I couldn't have asked for a better one. I really couldn't. So I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him a lot. And yeah, I just couldn't have asked for a better first pet. And I'm gonna grieve. I'm gonna miss him, like I said, but I'm not gonna forget him. And I know this feels dramatic because it's a cat, but I think I'm just trying to work through this in my own way here, and these videos are a part of that. So yeah, that's it. I don't think this made any sense, but yeah, couldn't have asked for a better first cat, and I'm really gonna miss him.